what others say the rise of political Islam, and others say the emergence of discriminatory regulations against two types of minorities. One is religious minority, and the second is gender minority, women, LGBT. Regarding the religious minorities that are being discriminated, they can be divided into three categories. One is Muslim minorities themselves, Ahmadiyya, Shia, Gavatar, Ismailiyah, Druze, dozens of Muslim minorities are being discriminated inside Indonesia. Example, if you pray a la Shia Muslim, the Sunni usually pray this way, but the Shia pray this way, the hand movement. They don't do it anymore. Or else, many Shia, when they pray, they have a clay from Karbala. So when they put their forehead down, they always put the clay for their forehead. They don't do it anymore because it is dangerous of being seen using a clay for your forehead. So that is the Muslim minorities. The second group that are being discriminated against are non-Islam Sunni minorities, mainly Christian, of course, the biggest one of them all, and then Hindus, Buddhists, and Confucian. These five religions, Protestantism, Catholicism, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Confucianism, plus Islam, are officially protected religion within Indonesia. But these five are now being discriminated against in the name of what the government claimed religious harmony. 2006, regulation was established. It says that all regencies, provinces in Indonesia should have religious harmony regulation. It should be proportional in each area. Jakarta, 85% Muslim, then 85% of this advisory forum, religious harmony forum, should be Muslim. Or Bali, of course it is Hindu-dominated island, 90% of government advisors on religious affairs should be Hindu. So thus, if you want to set up a new house of worship, or if you want to renovate your old house of worship, or if you want to celebrate a religious holiday, you need to get the approval. Because it is should be proportional, of course the minorities always lose. Thus, over the last 20 years, there are more than 2,200 churches being closed down. 2,200 churches being closed down. That is the second religious minority. The third minority that are being discriminated against are native faith believers. Indonesia have more than 420 faith, local, ethnic, indigenous organization, religious organization. They are also being discriminated. They are seen as pagan, they are seen as godless, they are seen as tree worshippers. They don't worship God, but they are worshipping trees. Thus, they are also not having their ID card, meaning that you cannot open bank account, you cannot access healthcare, you cannot go to public school, you cannot marry. If you married, your children will be basically bastard, fatherless children. So that is the third discrimination. And then the second type of discrimination are against women and LGBT. According to the National Commission on Violence Against Women, official agency, there are more than 421 regulations against women in Indonesia made over the last 20 years. The biggest type of them all is the mandatory hijab regulation. So now Muslim women, but also in some areas non-Muslim women have to wear hijab. And over the last 20 years, the hijab regulation becoming stricter and stricter. It is in the past it is only around the neck, just cover your hair, and then later covering the chest, and now it is covering the hip. According to one survey by an Islamic university in Central Java, 80% of Muslim women say that they are compelled to wear hijab. they feel that they are pressured by either by their families, social pressure, by their school, especially school, because many of them are young girls, and of course by the government. 63 local government make it mandatory for even Christian women to wear hijab. Of these 63, 3 are provinces. Indonesia has 34 provinces, so 3 out of 34 have mandatory hijab regulation, including Aceh, Sumatra Island, West Sumatra, of course, on Sumatra Island, and then South Kalimantan. So those are the discrimination against women. Last but not the least is you might see rising discrimination, violence, intimidation against LGBT individuals. Some areas started to introduce anti-LGBT bylaws. If you are a gay couple, you are found inside a room, you will be arrested, prosecuted. In some areas, caning, Aceh has a caning of maximum 200 lashes if you are proven to have gay sex relationship. Last year, more than 750 LGBT individuals arrested in Indonesia. The previous year, 2017, 350, yes. Last year was 750. So it is increasing. Last but not the least is the use of the blasphemy law. The blasphemy law was written in 1965 by President Sukarno. But over the next 4 decades, under 5 presidents, Sukarno, General Suharto, B.J. Habibie, Megawati Sukarno Putri, and Abdurrahman Wahid, sorry, it was used only 8 times, meaning that every decade has two cases per decade. After SBY came to power, it rose to 125 cases. So from only 2, rising to 125. Of course, 2 years ago, it was used against Jakarta popular governor, himself a Christian, resulting that a jurisprudence that non-Muslim should not be leaders in Muslim-dominated areas. Thank you.